Hello and welcome to Angela's Busy Bees Garden and Homestead. And I'm out on the balcony with my garden girl.
Hi.
And guys, this will be the last balcony garden tour for the season year 2021. As you can see, you see a lot of beautiful fall colors, lots of things growing, and it's almost time to start bringing things, at least the house plants and my tropicals that I have out here on the balcony inside. So I just want to give you a little brief tour. I've got a lot of impatiens here. I have some crotons growing. I love them with the mums. The colors to me are just so beautiful. I have some begonias, more mums, some Coleus plants, and I'll be taking pieces of it as well and creating new plants over the winter. Right here is a elderberry cutting, and I think I'm going to go on and put it in the ground this year. And I also received some cuttings from Mary Campbell from Reap the Harvest Homestead. So I have additional cuttings of elderberry if anything should happen to this one over winter. Also here I have more impatiens and some mums that are dying back. This one was the red mum, but it appears to be dying back. More impatiens, more Coleuses here, lantanas in yellow. And guys, on this croton here, this is the first time I've ever seen it to flower. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. Some of these plants may likely go into the greenhouse just to see if I can overwinter it. This is a rose, a tree rose. And more things over here. And this is a tropical shrub. I'll be bringing it into the greenhouse. And here's another one over here. And I have another rose bush here. Great big house plant that I'll have to bring inside. Wandering Jew over here. Here's a coleus that I've already rooted. And I've also added some pothos in there to make a nice display for next year to try to sell at the farmers market. And then here also I have rooted some of the sedum autumn joy in these little containers, and by next year it'll be much fuller and much taller and I can sell it as well. Here's just some cuttings of geraniums that I'm going to overwinter, and this of course will not make it over winter, and I'm going to decide whether I'm going to bring it into the greenhouse or just let it go. But I have a large geranium here, another impatient plant. It had beautiful red flowers over spring and summer. Here's another gigantic mum in yellow. I think the yellow is my favorite of all the colors. My wandering Jew. And as you can see here, here's my garden girl Ava taking a seat resting. And then I have another plant over here, guys, that will have to come in as well over winter. And last year I brought this wandering Jew in the little bird cage. I brought it in over winter, and I'll bring the other one in as well. And I just added a few fall or fall decor here. You see harvest blessings. I've put a wreath on the door and added a little scarecrow or a little witch out here as well. But what I want to do right now, because it's been a lot of dropping of leaves, we're constantly sweeping this balcony. But as I've stated, it's time also to start bringing a lot of the house plants and the tropicals in. So what I want to do now is I want to trim back that wandering Jew and getting it ready to go inside. So I'm going to pull it out from back there and let you see how much it grew over the summer. And guys, here it is. It has really, really grown tremendously over the summer since I brought it outside. And as you can see, the leaves are cascading all the way down to the balcony here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a nice haircut. And as you look at these leaves here, look at all those additional roots, where if it was on the ground, if it was to touch soil, it would immediately root itself. And I have taken so many cuttings from this one plant, and I have made so many plants off of it. So this time around, since I'm going to bring this plant indoors, I'm only going to maybe take just a few cuttings, because this plant is going to just keep on giving. And about 2 years ago, I hosted a garden swap party, and we exchanged a lot of seeds, plants, and different things. And one of my guests brought a couple of pieces of this wandering Jew. And I have been growing plant after plant just off of the cutting, that one cutting that she brought me about 2 years ago. But let me go on, and I'm just going to trim it at about right here. And of course, I never have my right scissors when I need them. I wish I knew someone who wanted some of this, because they could certainly have it. It just grows beautifully. And you don't have to have a special way of cutting it. However you do it, it's going to do just fine. You're not hurting it at all. Now I'm going to go around to the other side here. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I'm going for a nice full look. There's some leaves that fell in it here. And I think that's going to do it. Let's see. Oh, this is... This is the back side of it. And this is the other side. So I've given that a very nice trim. And then look at all the pieces here remaining. And as I've stated, it's so easy for it to root. You see all the roots coming on it here. So, okay. Okay guys, I'm going to move on now to the house plants and give them a good spray with some neem oil before bringing them inside to overwinter. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you all are well and blessed and that you have a wonderful day. I appreciate you watching my video. Thank you so much. God bless.
Bye bye.
Bye guys.